but it's also coming in the middle of, just this week, a coup attempt, and possibly a successful one, that would end the horrible dictatorship of Robert Mugabe. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to all be peaceful there. That it could be a very volatile situation, which could lead to even more chaos in the region.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the best way of understanding what happened in Zimbabwe is that it's an internal fight within the ruling ZANU-PF party. So the person who we believe is behind this coup is Emmerson Mnangagwa, who's the vice president and a long-time wannabe successor of Mugabe. He's kind of butting up against Mugabe's wife, Grace Mugabe, who wanted to also assume power. So there's nothing to suggest that Mnangagwa's government or Grace Mugabe's government would be, any less kind of authoritarian, and there's nothing to suggest that they would be willing to hold, completely free and fair elections.
And what is the connection, the sale of a lot of this ivory, which is pretty underhanded and dirty, really, across the world? How can you explain that to people?
Yeah, so I mean, there's two things that are really notable here. One is you have to imagine that the Zimbabwean Defense Forces and the Central Intelligence Organization, which is their kind of much feared secret police, have their kind of tentacles all over the Zimbabwean economy, and that extends to big game hunting. Like I should say that there are a lot of really reputable big game hunters in Zimbabwe who do believe that conservation can really be helped and funded by this.
Absolutely, and they have been under considerable pressure. I mean, it's hard to do good work there when you have a country that's being run by this evil person, Robert Mugabe, and I don't think that's just my opinion, but I think it is actually true. So you have all these big game hunters or people who used to be landowners who had moved on. They were working maybe as guides in South Africa. They want to get back to their land. But I think, you tell me, I thought that what Sarah Huckabee Sanders was saying yesterday at the briefing was, we're tapping the brakes on this. We're going to take a look at it, because I don't think that they realized just how swift the backlash of public opinion was going to be.
Yeah, that's what I understood as well. And look, there's two parts to it, right? There's one part which is there's the obvious moral debate about whether big game hunting is good or not. And add to that the fact that the president's sons are kind of interested. And then throw into the mix, I get the current circumstance in Zimbabwe, and it doesn't look, the optics are not great of encouraging or seeming to encourage tourism, big game tourism, to Zimbabwe at a time when there's deep unrest.
I got to tell you, Andrew, just like my British husband, you have the gift for understatement, but you say a lot when you do. Andrew Beatty, thank you so much.